Hello everybody, and welcome back to Cam Critiques. When Pokémon Unite was first announced, I was very underwhelmed. I've never been a fan of MOBAs, and I just didn't get why Pokémon was pushing a mobile League of Legends ripoff as such a big product. When it came out, I had no plans of even downloading it. But that night, a friend of mine asked me to play with him, so I thought I might as well give it a shot. It was free after all. So I downloaded it, fully intending to delete it later that night. Well, it has now been more than a month, and I've put in nearly 100 hours. I believe this game has a pretty large chunk of problems. However, I also believe it has some really clever ideas that make it a lot more accessible for people new to MOBAs. I think I finally get the appeal of the genre. At the very least, this one has me quite hooked. I've tried to play some MOBAs in the past, and I really didn't enjoy them much. The gameplay was slow, the UI was overwhelming, the community was unwelcoming, and matches went on for way too long. However, Pokémon Unite does a great job of alleviating all of these problems. The gameplay in Unite is still slow, but the map is pretty small. So despite the somewhat obnoxiously low walking speed, you're always engaged in a fight, and getting where you want to go never takes too long. The UI is really simple and really clean. This is designed to work on mobile after all, so they can't offer too many options for you to select at a time. And in most games, that would be a problem. But in a MOBA, I honestly prefer it this way. I don't know whether or not the community of this game is toxic, because I've never had to engage in voice chat with strangers while playing. Again, most of the time this would be a flaw. And it kind of is here. Playing by yourself really isn't fun because teamwork is required and it's nigh impossible with the limited communication you can use without voice chat. But at least I don't have random strangers yelling at me every match. Matches never go on too long because there's a 10-minute time limit for each one. This makes the game a lot more easy to jump into for just a few matches than other MOBAs. I don't need to make a huge time commitment whenever I want to play. These are all great features of Pokémon Unite, and now I think I get why people play MOBAs. This game offers interesting strategy, fierce competition, satisfying progression, a low skill floor but a high skill ceiling, and a fun way to spend time with friends. However, for everything Pokémon Unite does right, there's something it does wrong. This game is just absolutely full of bizarre problems. For every Pokémon you can play as, you get a choice between one of two moves for both of your special attacks. This is hypothetically a good way of maintaining both variety in battles and simplicity in controls, but there's one major problem. These moves aren't balanced at all. There is always one of the two move options that everyone agrees is superior. I have yet to see a single Gengar that doesn't use Hex and Sludge Bomb, or a single Lucario that doesn't use Power Up Punch and Bone Rush. The developers clearly recognized that the lack of variety was a problem, and they did try to fix it, but their solution ended up not doing much of anything. This game is also pretty poorly balanced in general. There are some characters that are just miles better than others, to the extent that I don't realize how the developers didn't realize this was a problem before launch. Gengar is just so obviously broken. Others are pretty worthless too, because they often have alternatives that just do what they can do, but better. I haven't seen a single Garchomp in at least 40 hours of playtime. The poor balance isn't helped by the atrocious pay-to-win mechanics. This is definitely my biggest issue with the game. Each Pokemon is given a few held items that give various boosts to their stats. These held items can be upgraded with the currency that can be unlocked through play or by spending real money. As far as I can tell, there is no level cap. So, you can just dump money into this currency and infinitely upgrade your held items, infinitely boosting your Pokemon stats. Now, this is very expensive to do, so it's not super common. But every once in a while I'll encounter a Mr. Mime that kills me with one hit at the same level as me, and it's never fun. It also kind of undermines the competitive aspect of this game when you know rank isn't based entirely on skill. At the end of each match, when 2 minutes are remaining, a few major changes happen. Zapdos spawns in the center of the map, and the team to kill him gets lots of points and the ability to instantly score. The amount of points a score gets your team also doubles. This essentially makes the first 8 minutes mostly irrelevant. You'll be lucky if anyone on your team can score 50 points by then with how much time it takes to score before Zapdos. But when Zapdos is defeated, everyone can instantly score 50 points. Most players will get 50 points, and those scores will count for 100 points. Not once have I ever seen anyone come close to scoring 500 points before Zapdos spawns. Once Zapdos spawns, it's easy for any team that beats it to score hundreds of points in just a few seconds. I have won games where the opposing team had 5 times as many kills as my team, just because we got Zapdos. It genuinely feels like the first 8 minutes of a match are a waste of time, they don't matter. all you should really be doing is grinding experience to prepare for Zapdos. The game is also very buggy. It lags a lot, people will randomly get kicked, and sometimes even more bizarre stuff will happen. Take a look at this screen. Notice how the only person with a kill also has an assist. That is literally impossible. I don't even know what the source of such a glitch can be. I've also seen some truly bizarre visual bugs like these. So yeah, Pokémon Unite is weird. It does some really clever things to help improve the MOBA genre, but it also does a lot wrong. However, at the end of the day, I've been playing it most days for the past month, and I'm sure I'll play more later tonight. It's flawed, but it's addictive, and it's fun. So, if you're at all interested, go ahead and give it a shot. Well, that does it for my review. If you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, commented, hit the notification bell, and or subscribed. I'd also recommend you check out some of my other content like my review of Neo the World with You. Thank you all for watching, have a great rest of your day.